If you ever wonder how to bring still images to life, especially with cool street art, then this course is for you. Hi, I am Karan, and in this course I will guide you step by step how to use Photoshop and Premiere Pro to create a simple image that you have clicked on your phone. You have clicked any image, any pattern, anywhere in the world and make it visual appealing from simple image to an outstanding animation. I have shared with you intermediate technique perfect for video editors who already know the basics of Premiere Pro and Photoshop, who wants to get better at video editing, whether you are creating your own videos or you are creating for your client. In this course, I have shared advanced tips that make your work outstanding. The best part is you can learn these skills and apply almost anything. YouTube videos, Instagram Reels, anywhere. So what are you waiting for? Let's turn your creativity into an outstanding animation. See you in the course. Hello everyone, this side Karan. As you can see on your screen, one of my followers has shared this video with me and asked me to create a tutorial out of it. There will be no tutorial for it, there will be a course for it because it will use your basic video editing and photo editing skills. This is a course, so it will be going too long and detailed because I want to give you a complete understanding of these two of the most powerful tools out there, Adobe Premiere Pro and Photoshop. And after watching it, I realized many people are probably looking for it. That's why I'm here today to walk you through every step and cover all the important aspects that will help you become confident in both video and photo editing. And obviously, you will learn how to create this type of video specifically in this course. So before moving forward, I assume that at least you know how to use basic Premiere Pro and basic Photoshop. If you don't know, simply follow all the steps and you will get to know how to create this type of video. So let's get started. On Instagram, this video got 2 million views and I'm really excited to teach you these skills. In this course, I wanted to make things as practical as possible. So I went out onto the street to capture images of some amazing street art. This way you will have real world examples to work with and it will give you a better understanding of how to create these kind of videos yourself. This is a project-based course, meaning you won't be watching me work, you will be working along with me. I will provide all the images and files for you to download and you can find the link to the course material below. Make sure to download them so you can follow along. First, we will start with Photoshop to beautify the images, enhancing colors, sharpening details and making them look polished. Once we got those images look amazing, we will jump into Premiere Pro to animate those images and bring everything to life. It's going to be a hands-on learning experience, so get ready to create something awesome. So let's dive into Photoshop. So first we are going to animate this image. As you can see in this image, this is an art of Shri Krishna and we are going to animate this specific area of Shri Krishna. So first we have to understand which image is better for us to use. As you can see, there are many shadows in this image, so we are not going to use this. So eliminate this, delete this image. We are going to use this no. As you can see, there is a motion blur in this image, so we are going to eliminate this image also. Too much shadows, we are going to eliminate this also. There are too many shadows in this image also. This image is better. I am going to use this image only. So let's beautify this image. First select this upper layer, remove this dark area because I clicked this image in the night, so that's why sky is dark. First we will going to remove this image and replace it with a clear sky. Use a clear sky in Premiere Pro. Actually, we will going to use a video of clear sky. So this is for the reference we are going to use in this image. Select, increase the brush size. You can see on your screen which button I have pressed. Let's select this area. Use masking. Control I, invert the masking. Go to Google. Clear sky. Image. Copy image. Paste. Right click. Convert to a smart object. So the dimension I have took in this image is 1920-1080, which is a dimension of real. So as you can see the difference here, after replacing the dark sky with the clear sky, we can see tremendous difference in our image. So we are going to remove this wire also and clear the image. Let's duplicate the image, hide behind it, and why I have duplicated this image, because if we are going to use a spot healing brush, it will automatically change our image to a resized image, which will going to reduce the quality of our image if we stretch it further. So first we have to remove this wire. Remove this also. Make your image clear as possible. Control Z. Let's remove this area also. As you can see, it looks more clear now. Hide this image again. Remove this bottle. Okay. Remove this area also. It looks dirty, that's why I'm removing this area and removing all the elements which distract our viewers when they watch our video. As you can see, it looks more clear now, and I will try to replace this rod also. Let's see. if we get the result we want here. Select this image using quick selection tool again. This step will going to be a same. I have selected a square part here and mask it again. Control I invert this. Yes, it's more looking like modern India. As you can see the difference here. So let's remove this part also. So increase the size of the image a little bit. So I have beautified the image here and as you can see there is a crisp line here, so which we are going to remove. Let's select this. As you can see this image, the one we have recently edited with the building, we are going to remove this also. So select brush tool, normal brush tool, press B for brush, increase the size of it, select select masking area and invert this to black. Removed. Let's blend it further if we get the result or not. I'm trying to blend this image with this background image. Let's try if we get the result because it looks more natural if we try to use this. Okay, let's select this also. Shift, press shift, first press here, then press shift. Okay, so it will select a straight line of it. Now it's look more natural to me. You can see the difference here by using a tool which we call blend option, and in the blend option I just simply change the current layer, just slide down this arrow, you can see result. Whenever you satisfy you leave it there and press OK. It will apply automatically on the layers. Let's beautify this image. Go to adjustment layer in Photoshop, click here, go to curves, we are going to use clipping mask here. Press Alt, go to middle of this image, not the blue sky. Let's bring it out above the Krishna image and select again with using Alt and go to middle of those layers, and you can see our cursor change its pointer. So when you click, it will automatically clip this up. So our adjustment layer will work on this layer only after clipping. You can see clipping sign here. I'm just trying to colorize this image so it will be more impactful. As you can see the difference when I remove this layer effect, you can see this, and after applying the curves or levels, you can see the difference here. So it's look like more pop-up image. So now we are going to select and animate this image. Let's save our project. So to understand it better, first we have to think which part we are going to animate. So in this image, what I've thought about, we are going to animate eyes, flute, stars, feather of peacock. So first I am going to select this part, hide this layer, hide this layer, hide this layer. Select image, decrease the size of brush and select. First we are going to duplicate this image, bring it above all the layers. Now we are going to mask it again, hide this layer, delete this extra layer here, delete vector mask. Now again click here. We got the result. But first we are going, but before that, as you can see, select and mask. We are going to use refine tools to make it more crisp and contrast. Yes. Okay. Now again select this masking, hide this layer, again enable this layer also, and now unhide this layer, move this layer. As you can see, I have copied this image. So Control Z. Do not change the place of these images. You only have to copy these images and edit them on the same place. If you change the place of the image, then you will face some problem after that. Name this layer feather. So we will not get confused after that because there will be more layers. As we are going to animate many parts here. So click this image, use healing brush tool, decrease the size of the brush and click here. Now it's perfect. Now select again, duplicate the layer, bring it above all the layers, delete the mask and select the eye of Shri Krishna. So what I have thought about is that we are going to animate this. So I will get open and after that it will get close. Again, we are going to use those steps. Select mask. I don't think you feel like this course is moving too fast. This means for people who are at least at an intermediate level or have been using these programs for at least 1 to 3 months. Let me know in the course feedback in comment. So there is no change in here because we have not hide the original image. So again select this. Okay, radius, smooth, feather and cone, edge. Okay, now go to select, control save, control S save. Now click again the original image. I have copied the eyes of Shri Krishna. Now let's clear this part also. Use healing brush, select, decrease the size of brush. These things take time. It will be worth it. So I have cleared this image. Now let's duplicate again. No, before that we are going to name this layer I, so we will not get confused after that. Control save. Now duplicate this layer, bring it above all, hide eye layer and name it earring. Delete this layer mask, unhide this image, the original image, hide this image. Now we have only this image here. Select this part, alt, press alt, it will deselect the area, and without alt it will select more area for you. Okay, so control Z, control Z, control S, alt minus the area in it, alt, alt. Again same step we are going to use here. You can skip it out if you want. Okay, select layer mask. Now we have earring also, eyes, feather. These three parts we are going to animate. So let's bring all the layers up. Feather, eye, earring. Bring it below the level. So the effect we have applied on the original image, we work on these three layers also. First, second, third. And yes, we are going to animate this also. So we have to select this duplicate layer, hide, hide, hide. Okay. Double click and type flute. Delete layer mask. Select flute here. Let's select this part also. I will explain after that. While we animate this image, you will get to know why I have selected this area also. Select smooth, feather, contrast. Okay, done. Now unhide this layer. Let's select this part also. Again, same step we are going to use. Duplicate the layer, hide all the layers, delete this, type stars because it will be going to star layer for us. Now select the star. You can skip this part also or make it fast forward if you want. I am not skipping any part of it because if I skip, you might get loose out of the track. So select again smooth, feather and contrast. Shift edge, no. Little bit of shift edge. Okay. Bring here. Let's use healing brush again. Increase the size of it and remove stars here. Just use the healing brush to remove all the stars and but keep the ones we have already masked. Keep it easy and simple. I'm just clearing the image a little bit more. Let's duplicate this image also. I'm just taking it for backup image, because if I messed up original image, at least we have a backup image here. Hide this layer also. Healing. Use clamp tool. Press alt, click here. Do not leave alt and go to here and leave alt. Right click, take brush, hard, done. As you can see, it is copying the area where we have pressed the alt to the area where we have leave the alt. Now use healing brush tool to make it dissolve. Now again select this area, remove the eye. Okay, it's perfect. Remove this part also. Done. Now when you bring back the feather here, click eye, earring, flute, stars, 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 stars. Select this star, bring it here, bring it here, bring it here, bring it here. Okay. Now alt click, copy this star, copy this star, and copy this star. But I'm just copying here for the reference. But in Premiere Pro we are not going to use these many stars because it will get bulky for us to animate each star for us. So we are going to duplicate these stars in Premiere Pro itself. So right now I'm deleting the stars layer, one layer of star. So our image is ready and we are going to animate this image in our next part. So one more thing, what will happen when we open the eye? So we are going to create an eyeball for us. Select eye, duplicate the layer. Let's name it pupil. Select inside, alt select, decrease the brush size and select again. Now mask. Before that we are going to hide all the layers. Now select again, smooth, feather, contrast, edge. Okay. Before that we are going to this layer and select again and duplicate and after that control I. Now we are going to download an image of an eye. Let's not make it a perfect circle. Select this image, press Ctrl, just make it look this way. I hope now it's look better. I don't really think it looks better. Let's use healing tool on this image also. because it looks more realistic. We want imperfect image here. By selecting B, that is brush, we are going to press X to shift these two colors. We are going to create this image imperfect. Yes, now it's look more imperfect to me. We have to understand the psychology of our viewers also. Let's name this layer pupil and duplicate this eye layer and delete this layer and select this area again. Same steps I'm using here and select smooth feather contrast. Okay, all done. Duplicate, control I. Why I have done this? I background, or more like I ball. Now let's see pupil eye and make it white. B for brush, Z, X, control select. So what I have done here is that I have select eyeball here, okay, and after deselected. So what I have done here, I have created an eyeball here and I want to add white background in it. So for the eyeball to create a white background, first we have masked this image like all the images we have generated before. Remove, remove. Okay, now this is the white area, but it is not the white area. So after creating a white area, right click, convert to smart object and again click it, press B by selecting white area. So we have already saved this project and this is our Photoshop file. Open Premiere Pro. Bring animated image here directly into Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro will ask us what do you want to do with your Photoshop file. So merge all will do, make it one image, but we want it individual layer, merge layers, merge all, individual layer or sequence. Let's create sequence out of it. See if all the images are checked. Press OK, double click this folder and we have a sequence here, animated image with the same name that we have put here. Why we have not seen anything here? Because there might be some problem with our image. Let's rectify the main problem we have faced here. You will get this type of error. So we have created an artboard here. So right click, ungroup artboard, control save, bring Photoshop layer in Premiere Pro, select sequence, check if all our layers are selected and press OK. double click and double click it. So now we have jumped into Premiere Pro and how we have imported the PSD file that we have made. So our next step to animate this image that we have created. First select this image and press F. As you can see, the name on the file is E, that is the tile. We call it tile on timeline. So click it, press F. You can see I and I. So it is verified that we have received right name on right tile. So you don't have to worry about that also. Back to the Photoshop, export, quick export as PNG. Now back to the Photoshop, select feather, eye, pupil. These are all the layers that we are going to animate. So I am exporting them separately also. Press Ctrl and click all the layers one by one. Right click for quick export as PNG. Select your folder. Press this 1 2 3 in file folder, 1 2 3 4 in file folder. These are the layers we have to animate in Premiere Pro. First, import feather layer in Premiere Pro. Simply replace it with this layer. Why we are doing this? There is a big reason behind it. So click the old layer and try to animate it. Use rotation tool. You can see the way it rotate. Okay. Now it is the layer that we have separately export in Photoshop. Now rotate this layer. Can you see the difference? The way it rotate and the way this image is rotating. You can see the scale factor also. The way it scale and scale out and the way it scale and scale out is different. Why is that? Because we have an anchor point in this exported image that we have separately exported. It has an anchor point in between. You can see the anchor point here. Press anchor point. Now you can see anchor point, this one. And on feather layer that we have received in the Photoshop file that we have imported, it has an anchor point somewhere here. It is 1920 by 1080 frame and it has anchor point in between, and in this layer we have a feather in between this frame. So if we are going to change the anchor point in feather, we can do this also and rotate it. Now try to rotate. We can do this also and we can do this also. I simply had to put, so I reset the location set, rotation set, and anchor point set. Whenever you work with circle layer or round shape object, it will be helpful for you because adjusting the anchor point in middle of the round object is difficult. So you can export it separately and work with the separate layer, and you can arrange that layer later on like this. Simply I put this layer here, that's all. Now what I am doing here is that I'm just adjusting the anchor point somewhere here. For the eye anchor point, I can adjust, zoom in or zoom out the layer or the panel, hold it in between the eye, pupil, anchor point in between the eye, because I know pupil is in between it. You don't have to be perfect for it. You have to be perfect in round shape, not in these shapes. So it will be not difficult to animate these images. Anchor point, increase the panel, earring,
anchor point. I am rotating. This will rotate on this point. Flute, nothing. Stars. Now for the stars layer, I have told you that we are not going to copy the star layer in Photoshop. So we are going to copy the star layer in Premiere Pro. For the star layers, let's press Alt and up arrow key. It will shift all the layers on the top of the other layer and automatically generate another layer like V1, V2, V3, V4, something like that. And select star, press Alt, click and drag above it. It will automatically duplicate the layer. You can see what I am doing here. So these are star layers and I am going to animate these stars layer. What I am doing first here is that press star layer, anchor point, select anchor point, and for the zoom fit press 150, (400). You can see the anchor point should be in between it, so I can rotate the star in perfect circular manner. It will be not perfect but somewhat perfect. So press fit. Now let's try to rotate the star. Rotation, press toggle animation, go to another keyframe, increase the rotation amount and see how our star is moving. Full. If you work with a circular or round shape object, there might be some error in this because it is not round shape. We can roughly adjust the anchor point in this star because it is not a circular shape. So after adjusting the anchor point, let's duplicate the layer and scatter this star all over the place like this, like this. We can copy the animation later on. If you want, you can first rotate it or give the animation to it, then copy it. It will be more convenient for you. All the stars are scattered and it's look natural. First, we are going to animate the eye part because it might take some time. I, F, F, F. So we have to think creatively and smartly and cleverly. As you can see, eye layer is this, and we have a pupil and we have a background layer which has a white background in it, and you can see the eye layer we can use. There are two ways to animate this. First, if we going to mask it, we can do that also and try to add, go to effects, try to transform effect. Now position it. Now I have generated mask around it, around the eye, as you can see. So whenever you invert the area we have selected using the masking or pen tool, in that particular area the eye will not show up, and outside that area the eye will going to the eye will going to be visible. Okay, so let's reset it again. Let's uncheck invert. What we are going to do is here trying to animate the transform effect. Okay, let's click object transform, or let's click position. go to first frame of the image, toggle animation, press toggle animation, and let's make it 100% so you can see the effect clearly. At the first frame, I'm not going to animate this on first frame. Shift forward arrow key and it will take you to the fifth frame every time we click, like fifth, 10th, 15th, 20. It will jump to fifth frame every time we press this keys. ठीक है, shift plus arrow. So 1 2 3 4 add keyframe 1 2 3 4. So I have jumped to 8th frame after this keyframe selected. Again add keyframe, or you can animate the eye. Let's remove feather here. Okay, now you can see the difference. Ease out. Can you see the difference? Now copy and paste it again and shift this keyframe or reverse the position of both the keyframe. Okay, so let's check. I simply reverse the keyframe, so it will automatically reverse the position here also. By any mean, if it is not working for you or the eye is animating in between those frame also, you can add another keyframe without any change, like this. So the eye will only, so the position of the eye in between these frame will not change also. Why I'm telling this? Sometimes it might get error. Let's copy it again. Increase the size or duration of our animation. Select eye, increase it, go to the timeline in about 4 seconds, press V, Control V. So we have copied the selected keyframe again. You can see the animation. Now we are going to animate our feather. Press feather. Let's go to rotation, toggle animation, go to frame, it will be like a vibrating kind of thing. It should look like vibration. So select it, press Alt, drag the keyframe here. Now press it again, Alt, drag keyframe here. Now select all the keyframe, copy, go to another frame, press Ctrl V, go to another frame, press V, go to another frame, press V, 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 V. we select keyframe, all the keyframe, copy, paste, copy and paste. Now save it, select all the keyframe here, right click, is auto bizarre, select auto bizarre. Now let's see the animation here. It's look natural and exciting. We can speed it up by using press R, select the feather layer. What we have done is that speed up the process here. Like I have speed up to 49%, मतलब कि I have speed it up around 2.5x. I have changed the speed of this animation to 2.5. Now let's see, it's getting very fast. Let's get back again because I like that better. You can do this by doing right click, speed duration, and increase the duration here or decrease the duration of this feather. You can experiment it as you want. I just show you the another way. So eye feather has been animated. Now we are going to animate flute and stars. So after that we are going to animate this flute and we are going to use animated music course. We can say it animated music notes that I have downloaded from YouTube, and you can drag it out. It has a green screen background, so we don't have to worry about how we can remove it. So if you know Premiere Pro a little bit, as you should know to understand this lecture or this course, you already know there is a effect which known as ultra key, and you can drag it out here on the clip, right click, scale to frame size, and go to effect control, pick the color, and it will automatically remove the background. So let's see, we have flute. On which timeline we have flute here? So I have hide all the tiles here in the timeline, and we are going to unhide one by one. Okay, we have sky here, background. Above the background, press Alt, upper arrow key, and place it here. Unhide. So we have flute here, star, flute here. What I am using is that I am pressing F key, and I already know that I have cut out this frame. So I'm just finding this frame out here using F key, and F means find. So I just have to bring these images down here and put it here, unhide. Now I have unhide all the tiles. Simply rotate this tile, which is animated nodes. We have go to rotation, scale it down a little bit, position it, blow the flute. Let's see. It's look good. Just scale it out a little bit. Now let's see. Yes, now it's look good. I just have to crop it out a little bit. As you can see, there is a extra space we have to cut out. Using crop tool, drag the crop tool on our timeline or on our tile in which we are going to cut. From the right hand side we are going to cut. I have already rotated 90 degree or above, so it will not work like that. So we have to cut. No, yes, so this one the right. I think this is not working because crop tool is actually crop the whole frame, so we don't want to crop the whole frame, we just need to crop it out. So I'm using a mask tool here, opacity, use, press this, and invert. Let's see, little bit of, I just speed it up using R, control K for cut, delete. Now let's see, now it's look perfect. So I just need to remove a little bit of, no, I just expand a little bit of mask here so that the extra part or a jerk I am able to see here will not be visible to my audience. Now it's look perfect. So finally we have animated our Shri Krishna out. We have animation of 9 seconds here. We are going to save it and control M to render it. Simply click to export and we have our video. So let's export the video. Now we have our video. So here is our video.